Welcome back to the channel, and today we are going to be messing around some more with these new power coupler blocks because oh boy, the last episode where we took a first look at them that is coming out in the next updates, the 1.7.4 updates, I just got like a first impression of them. And after that first impression, and looking at your comments as well on the last episode, I've determined that there's a lot more messing around to be had. We got to figure out what these things are really meant for other than pod racing. And you'll have to excuse the sound of my voice for this video and however many videos coming up until I recover, but I lost my voice after getting sick for a little bit, and it is just coming back enough for me to be able to talk and have a voice. So of course I want to make some more videos for you guys. So one of the main things after experimenting with them is I initially went in expecting that they were going to work like suspension, but just with this electrical visual effect. However, these power couplers seem to work more like rope, which is why I had this set up for the intro here to kind of demonstrate just how rope-like they are. Like, look at this. Oh boy, this is having some weird effects. Actually, if I repair, like if I just hold down the thruster, just like look at the bend in them. So these are on 0 stiffness right now. And even on 0 stiffness, they still have a decent amount of resistance. For example, if I get rid of these thrusters, I can turn this and you can see that at least by their own weight, it hardly really has an impact. Let me actually change this to be able to go 360 degrees. All right, yeah, so even as I go up here, this is actually something I want to test out as part of my experiments, is how much weight is the minimum amount of weight to actually bend them at 0 stiffness. So let's just add a grid block, which is 0.3 kilograms. And actually having all these parallel to each other, yeah. Oh, here we go. Here we go. So we got nothing. We got 0.3. We've got 0.6. We got 0.9. We've got 1.2. Is that gonna hit the ground? That's gonna hit the ground. Easy solution. Just make the frame taller. All right, so we're not increasing by very much here. I don't know what the impact is that we're gonna see, but it's also not exactly like a linear increase, because as these ones increase in the amount of weight, they also increase in the amount of distance from the pivot point. So that weight is actually heavier, having a heavier impact. All right, so let's go from 1.2 to 6.4 with a piston. And then we can go from 6 to 15. Now this is where things are gonna get a little bit inconvenient because it's not going to be centered. I was really trying to find all single block wide things, but we're running out of options now. And then 30, here I can make a little bit of space here between them. And then I think, how about this? Just from 30, then we'll go up to 50 using the weight block, which I think is the heaviest single object. So this is probably going to give us a really good idea of the various resistances. So I'm going to go ahead and start rotating it. And this is actually really interesting. I'm surprised the gap is so big. Like, it's like, this makes sense. Yeah, very gradual. And then huge gap. And then surprisingly, this goes from 6 to 15 and it's not that much different. You go, that's probably because of the extra 3 blocks away from the pivot point is adding some extra to that. Whereas this is all concentrated in that one block. So look, even like the 30 and the 50, not that different. However, if I was to change it so that this was more centered, now they might actually be more different. I mean, yeah, there's a bigger difference, that's for sure. Ooh, one more thing I want to try. Let's have the piston. It should retain the same weight, but I'll have it start contracted. So I wonder if that'll actually affect it. Oh, it doesn't seem to matter. I wonder if it actually detects the weight as being in one spot versus the extension of the 4 piston length. I wonder if that even factors in at all. Oh, this is so weird. I don't know what it is about this. It's like, you don't really see this in Trailmakers until now. Like, this is just a new experience. What? Let's just put the speed up to 2. All right, here we go. All right, it's gone. Next test. Can these be a weapon? Do they cause damage? Let's find out. All right, so I got a pretty fast car right here, and I think this is a pretty nice straightaway. Why didn't I spawn in the test map? The test map would have been like the place to test things. I normally do the test map when I'm just testing things. All right, so here is the idea. I'm gonna keep these on maximum stiffness, and let's see. Oh, even with this, interesting. It still has a decent amount of flex, even at maximum stiffness. All right, let's raise it up a little bit. All right, and I guess just to keep my weight symmetrical so I can drive better, I'm just gonna have one on each side. Oh, look at that. Oh, that's so weird. They're like antennas now. On maximum stiffness, they feel like a wire antenna on your car, you know? People are gonna totally end up using them for that kind of purpose too. This is so weird.
My money don't jiggle jiggle.
So the simplest way I can think to test it as a weapon is to do a drive-by. This thing's sticking out. It's gonna hit it. Let's see how much damage it does. Does it do any damage? Is it just gonna pass through like an energy thing? Here, let's make it feel more like an energy thing by hiding the parts and giving it an actual color. All right, and ooh, where is my cube? My test cube. Oh, I found it. All right, this is the armored cube. I don't really want armor. We're not testing like damage amount like that. We're just testing damage, period. How hard is it gonna be for me to aim this? You know, if I follow the grid lines, it's probably gonna be better. There we go. All right, here goes nothing. I have no idea what's gonna happen right now. Oh, I was 50-50 on whether there was going to be collision damage or if it was actually going to phase through. Because when I was doing the crazy arms and stuff, like they were kind of wrapping through the pole in the first video that I looked at them. But look at that. I'm actually really surprised. Unfortunately, though, as a weapon, it's really bad because it also gets destroyed. It's basically a piece of your vehicle. I just wanted to know if it was a physical, like if it had melee damage at all. And by the looks of it, yes. Okay, now I kind of want to create like a mechanical arm that just like uses it like a, not necessarily like a whip because we're not going to be doing like the whipping motion. It's just going to be like a rod, a flexible rod. All right, here we go. I have a lightning whip. Oh man, it hits the ground like that too. All right, ready? Excuse me. Yes, you right there. Do you not feel pain? Let me see if this even like, is it gonna hit? Well, I didn't even mean to hit it, but obviously it works this way too. I don't know why I wouldn't. I just wanted to see it happen. It's just really hard to, put it back. It's so floppy. It almost worked as a grappling hook. What? I was not expecting that. All right, ready? Well, that was disappointing. That was on maximum stiffness. Let's go to 0.5. Already a huge difference in just how it looks. All right. Oh, okay. It's very, very picky. Whoa, this thing, it seems to, oh, here we go. There we go. I was surprised at how quickly it was glitching out. All right, ready? Wow, what? The threat. Whoa. Okay, the threshold for that kind of like glitchiness, you don't need as many as I thought you needed. Why? I'm curious what the cause is. Like sometimes it does it as soon as it touches the ground. Like now it's like kind of fine. All right, I don't think we're gonna be able to do like an actual whip. Whoa, whoa. Because as soon as it loops, that seems to be like the trigger point. Let's see if we can like reproduce that consistently. Yep, that's when it hits the ground. I think it's putting it in a loop. Let me go up first. Whoa. Oh, that was cool. Oh. Well then, this is actually really fascinating to play around with. Yeah, it seems like the loop though is the main culprit. Oh, that time. Okay, well, maybe not. Maybe it's just coincidence. Sometimes it does that. Oh, that's so satisfying. Man, it's kind of like annoying a little bit because when it does the loop without glitching out, it's like that. It's really satisfying to watch. And then the glitch kind of like, it takes away the satisfaction. Yeah, this is really satisfying. I don't know what's so satisfying about that motion. It goes from pretty satisfying to mildly infuriating. Like when you see a video of someone like about to draw the perfect circle and then right when they get to the end, they mess it up. Oh, that was weird. Oh, it went, oh, okay, it went inside. I was like, why didn't it come back? Okay, this is 50%. Let's go down to 0. All right, 0 stiffness now. Could definitely see the difference just resting. Is it gonna flop over? I'm not gonna press anything. All right, we've reached equilibrium. One little tap here. And... oh, it's going sideways. How interesting. Oh, and it broke. All right, so you're definitely gonna have to be careful with these things. At least when you have loose ends. I feel like if you have them attached between two things, it's a lot more stable the way that they're actually designed to be used, like pod racer style. But being used as an open-ended rope, it is very volatile. Oh, this is satisfying. Oh, no, no. Oh, dang it. How cool would it be if I could get it to like balance straight up? Oh. This is actually a fun game. I think it'd be better on like 50% stiffness instead of, oh. Ah, and there it goes. Well, I enjoyed that while it lasted. All right, so I think I already know the answer to this, but I do just want to confirm, can this be used like a winch? I think the answer is an obvious no, but right now we have this on max speed. But if we have this wrap up really, really slowly, will it wrap up like a rope, or will it glitch out, or will it phase through? Because when I did really fast things, it was not working. But sometimes going slow can give the game a chance to catch up with what's going on. So here we go. I've extended it a little bit. I think it's still on 0 stiffness. And as you can see, that's actually slower than I wanted it to be. But I guess the problem is even on 0 stiffness, it still has some rigidity. But whoa, look at this, it's working. This is going way far. Oh, and there it goes. Okay. I was doing a lot better than I was expecting for a lot longer than I was expecting, and then it failed. Yeah, hold on. Is it just the servos that don't have the collision? I have a potential solution to that. I'll use this shield block like this, and I will block it on the 3 sides I can. Actually, I can do almost everything except that one little part. Let's see if this adds something. Because it looked like it was phasing through the servo, but I don't know if that's because it's like a mechanical part and not a rigid part. All right, look at that. Looking good, so not looking good. Not looking good anymore. Nope. So it seems to have some level of physical contact, like collision, but it's like a maximum of 1 point. Like it happens on the first wrap, and then once it like starts to get a second point of contact, it gives up. Just because it behaves similar to rope doesn't make it rope. It's literally light. Like these are light beams. Whoa, that's a weird shape to maintain. Okay. All right, this is so weird to look at. That's kind of cool though. You know what I just realized might be kind of funny? I'm gonna go back to the whip version. This is just for the laughs. If we have the damage dealing thing, but we turn the beam opacity down to 0, you know what that means? Invisible weapon. All right, ready? Here we go. I went the wrong way. All right, invisible weapon. And even though you couldn't see it, the camera motion made me feel like I could see it. But yeah, unfortunately, oh. Yeah, that's weird because I couldn't tell how damaged it was. I assumed the weapon was gone, but it had some more left. Man, just the visual effects people are gonna come up with for this. Like, I'm just imagining what we have right now. It's invisible, but it's flexible. So just something that is there, not attached to the rest of the creation, but because there's the flexibility, it's gonna be able to move around, like, and not maintain a super rigid distance between its connection points. It's going to just like not look like you would. It's gonna look so fluid. Ooh. Okay, here we go. Can they be used like a drawstring, like a bowstring? Because a bowstring is like you pull it laterally and then you release the tension. All right, we're gonna build a bit of a boat here. All right, here we go. So if I use my arrows. when did that? What? All right, hold on. Maybe I did a little bit. I went a little bit too far. Here, well, actually, here's what we need to do. We just need to make this a little bit longer. I don't know why I think longer is going to help, but maybe. Oh, that shaking makes me nervous. Go a little bit more. Can I contract them all the way? All right, ready? 3, 2, 1. Oh, I feel like I've had this issue before and I don't remember the solution. I feel like I dealt with this exact issue the last time I tried to build like a ballista. I can't remember what causes the issue. I'm gonna save that for now. And I don't know, it's gonna be really hard, but I'm gonna try to find my ballista. All right, I found them in an old folder that I put all of the blueprints that I deleted. I actually, because I wasn't sure what I was deleting necessarily, I backed them up in an old folder and then I found them by looking through the files. So here is the old one. Oh, I did have to do a weird thing, didn't I? Look at this, the pistons have to be separate. Why do they have to be separate though? This is so easy. I'm just going to replace, I'm gonna use what I have, and I'm just gonna replace the, what did I even use here? I use steering hinges. Does this still work? Oh my God, this is drivable. Oh my God, I don't think it works. So what, how does it work? I press control to bring it back. You can see it tensions. This is a ballista though, so it actually tensions the frame of the ballista. Oh my goodness, it still works. That's amazing. This is more complicated than just a bow, because it's this part that is like really giving the resistance, and I actually use steering hinges at 50% strength. And then this is the string, which has no flex. So actually, if that's the case, let's just replace this part with the power coupling. All right, there we go. Everything is the same, except now there's power coupling instead. And so far, not off to a great start. Oh, you know what? The original one was actually doubled up. So there we go. More power. Still terrible. Yeah, I don't think this can work. Well, hold on. Let's forget about this thing. Let's just do this part. I mean, it's maximum strength. Look at the way it bends though, it's so cool. No, actually this does work. The reason why it's probably not working is because that is a timed release of the actual arrow. And that timing was based off of how fast the previous setup sent the arrow forward. But this setup obviously has a different timing. But it's still, actually, if you look at it without the arrow, it's doing what I wanted it to do. You know what's interesting? The power coupling doesn't show up in the blueprints. It's actually invisible there. So that's gonna make blueprints be hard to read. All right, so let's actually try to make this function with these power couplings. So by the looks of it, I think it's releasing too late, maybe. Instead of 0.03, 0.02. Let's just like adjust this and see if we can find one that works. Actually, it just feels like it doesn't work with the arrow. Now let's try it the other direction, 0.04. What? I had no expectation that we would get anywhere close to the original functionality. That's amazing. Twice in a row, too. It's consistent now. I didn't think these things would ever have a level of consistency to build a weapon like this. Okay, I'm really curious now. There's no way this can work out in our favor, but I want to replace the bow with these things, too. This is probably going to require another timing adjustment. Oh, and it's broken. There we go. Ooh, that's weird. That is weird. Yeah, it needs to go later again now. Let's go 0.05. Did that somehow go faster and farther? What? Oh, so the problem is it's actually hard to bring it back. There we go. I think I can aim up and down too. Oh, apparently just down. Okay, are you ready? I think we got lucky on that one. Oh, man. That's something. All right, well, I think proof of concept on this idea is totally viable. This can be used as like a bowstring or a ballista thing or a slingshot. Like that kind of use, I think is totally doable. All right, I transitioned back to the danger zone map because I kind of wanted to use this boat. And one of the things I think of when I think of rope and vehicles is dragging like a tube behind a boat. And I recently built this really nice boat that goes really, really fast that I think would be great to attach some rope to the back of it. So let's give ourselves an anchor point right there. And then from this anchor point is going to be a whole bunch of power couplers. I feel like this is going to go bad, especially with how long I just made this. But now we need a floating tube. All right, how does that look for... Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. That is not what I was expecting. So right now I have it on maximum stiffness. Let's just see what happens. Okay, actually, it's turning out to be kind of what you would expect it to look like, which is the rope does kind of, it is stiffer than you want it to be. Oh, look at that. All right, let's turn the stiffness all the way down now. Have it be the most rope-like instead of like a steel cable. Oh. It weighs it down in a weird way. You want it to, oh boy, okay. Oh, it can rotate. I don't know why I thought that, like, I wasn't expecting that to be a thing. All right, now it's just an upside down tube, but still functions as a tube. I've never been part of it before. Whenever this happens, it usually goes away from me and leaves me behind. This is my first time actually being with it, and it's terrifying. What are those other parts there? There's like other parts. There's just a blur to me. It must be part of the tube. Why is there more than one part though? Because the rope was only attached to a single part. I'm actually really surprised that this is consistent. Like it's keeping me with it and it's not flying off into space and going off the map. Oh, and it's gonna kick me out now. Oh, nope, never mind. We're out of the water. What do I do? You know what would be kind of funny? If I gave them a toggle button to turn them off, I could just press that button and pretend like everything's okay, except my vehicle would be freaking out, but you wouldn't see all the spaghetti. Well, I hope you guys do like spaghetti because it seems like the more you experiment with these power couplers, the more spaghetti you're going to be tasting. I think you're pretty safe if you use them for pod racers, but the more you try to use it as rope, the more it turns into spaghetti. I mean, what is spaghetti other than edible rope? All right, well, I'm gonna go ahead and give my voice a rest now, but you guys should definitely leave some ideas for other weird experiments that you think I may not have thought of yet, or that you'd like to see if these things are capable of behaving in certain ways or being utilized in certain ways for certain types of purposes. Let me know down in the comments below. If you guys enjoyed this video, you'll probably enjoy some more right here on the end screen. Hope this video has earned your subscription. Anyway, this has been ScrapMan, and I'll see you next time. Bye.